Next we have is variation of terms of ESOS. Now what are the variations? Please understand. The company by special resolution employee stock option scheme, that is also called as ESOS. The option granted to an employee shall not be transferable to any person, whether they will make a profit or loss, everything. That is a brief of a company, and even the risk involved also should be given to those. Option shall be granted only to the eligibly present or eligibly permanent. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Vidhyaashram from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Rate College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students here. Now we are in the 6th session. This is the last session of the chapter procedure. Now what exactly the chapter is all about in the last session is employee stock option scheme, that is also called as ESOS. Now what is this ESOS? Now, employee stock option scheme means the option given to the whole-time directors, officers and employees of the company, which gives them a right, or benefit to purchase or subscribe the securities offered by the company at a predetermined price at the future date. So this is what ESOS is all about. Now, when we go with ESOS, that is the employee stock option scheme, you should also know that the idea behind is to motivate those employees. That is, the idea behind stock option is to motivate the employees by linking the profitability of the company. Now, the company is making profit, definitely they'll have more money. That is what their options they are giving it to the employees. Now here, eligibility to participate in ESOS. What are the eligibility here? The first one here is option shall be granted only to the eligibly present or eligibly permanent employees of the company. An employee who is a promoter or belongs to a promoter group shall not be eligible to participate in the ESOS. The promoters are not there. That's why it is called the employees, right? A director who either by himself or through his relatives or through any other corporate directly or indirectly holds more than 10% of the outstanding equity shares of the company shall not be eligible. Even he is not eligible to participate in ESOS. That means whether he is a director or his relatives, if they are coming, or whoever it is, right? If they have like 10% of the outstanding equity shares, then they are not eligible. Or else they are eligible, because in the first itself I told you, even the director can actually go for these. And one more here is disclosure to the grants. Now here, when we go with disclosure to the grants, please understand, no ESOS can be offered by the company unless the disclosure regarding the risk involved, brief of company, terms and conditions of ESOS has been made to the prospective grantees. Now this is the first disclosure what they are supposed to go there. They are supposed to explain about the terms and conditions, whether they will make a profit or loss, everything. That is a brief of a company, and even the risk involved also should be given to those people who will go for ESOS. Now, compensation committee. Now, no ESOS can be offered unless the company has constituted a compensation committee. Now, compensation committee is a very important term here. The committee should be formed where the people should be there. If something happens, at least the compensation committee is supposed to be there to take care of them. For administration and superintendence of ESOS, there should be a body where they need to go for a proper administration, as well as they need to supervise that particular committee. The compensation committee, consisting of the majority of independent directors, shall formulate the detailed terms and conditions. See, the terms and conditions of ESOS should be detailedly given and drafted and then given to the employees who goes for ESOS. Next one is shareholders approval. Now here the shareholder should also go for approval. Please understand, shares can be issued under ESOS with the approval of shareholders by the way of special resolution. I've spoken more about special resolution in all the sessions. Please do watch what exactly the special resolution is all about. Next is the explanatory statement of the notice and the resolution proposed to the past is general meeting shall include details regarding the ESOS. That means the general meeting should be there, and there they are supposed to tell what exactly the details of ESOS is all about, and all the shareholders need to approve with a special resolution. Approval of shareholders by way of separate resolution in the general meeting shall require in case grant of options to identify employees. Now, during 1 year or during any 1 year equal to or exceeding 1% of the issued capital of the company. Now, that means what here? When approval of the shareholders is done, that is by a separate resolution, that is a special resolution in the general meeting. Now, in the general meeting, they'll go with it. Shall required in case grant of option, that is the grant of option to identify the employees during any 1 year, it can be any 1 year, equal to or exceeding 1% of the issued capital of the company. Next we have is variation of terms of ESOS. Now, what are the variations? Please understand, the company by special resolution may change the terms including the pricing of the ESOS. Now, they can change it. Now, terms of ESOS, the first one is lock-in period, non-transferability of options, disclosure in directors report, and last one is certificate from the auditors. Now, these are the 4 terms of ESOS. Now, the first one here is lock-in period. Now, what exactly the lock-in period says? There shall be a minimum period of 1 year. What is the lock-in period? Minimum of 1 year between the grant of option and the vesting of option. Second one is, however, the company shall have the freedom to specify the lock-in period for the share issued pursuant to exercise of options. The third one is, the employee shall not have any right. See, understand this. The employee shall not have any right to receive dividends or to vote. This is the main thing, that is, they don't or they will not receive the dividend, nor they'll actually go for voting, or in any manner enjoy the benefits of shareholder in respect to option granted to him till the shares are issued on exercise of option. Now, here what happens is, if you become a shareholder, say equity shareholder, you will have a voting power, but when it comes to ESOS, you don't have any voting power at all. Second one is all about non-transferability of options. That means you will be not eligible to transfer your options or mortgage those things or do any kind of a thing, because here it is given only for you. That is what the option scheme is all about. The option granted to an employee shall not be transferable to any person. The option can only be exercised by the employee to who the option is granted. That is a major thing. That is what you are supposed to understand. The option cannot be transferred, or it can also not be pledged. So understand, you cannot go for pledging, nor you can go for transferring. Hypothecated or mortgaged or otherwise alienated in any manner, you are not supposed to do anything out of it. You can only use it and enjoy it. This is the personal right only to the offeree. Now, who the offeree is, only that person can actually go with it. That is the thing what we go with ESOS. Next one we have is disclosure in director's report. Now, here the disclosure should be reported in the director's report or the annexes. Now, here what happens is, the board of directors shall disclose either. Now, they have an option. One is either in the director reports or in the annexes, but they are supposed to report it. And lastly, we have is certificate from the auditor. Now, you are supposed to have the certificate from the auditor. It is very compulsory. The board of directors shall place before the shareholders a certificate from the auditors of the company that the scheme has been implemented in accordance with these guidelines and in accordance with the resolution. Now, which resolution? The special resolution of the company in the general meeting. So here, these are the things which you are supposed to know, that is the terms and conditions of allotting the ESOS. Now, who should actually take it? Who is eligible to take it? Will the directors take it, or will the promoters take it, or only the employees take those ESOS? Now, I'll tell you here, I have explained you about transferability, I have explained you about the procedure and how you can take the ESOS, how you can enjoy the ESOS, and how you cannot, and why is that you cannot transfer ESOS. Any doubt regarding this session, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.